What is up, Inner Circle gang? What's going on? How's everybody doing? What's up, everybody? Drop some circles in the chat if y'all are hanging out tonight. What is up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a crazy day today has been. You guys can hear me, right? Let me make sure that y'all can hear me. Am I too loud again? David is way guilty. Let me say what's up to everybody in the chat real quick. So Justine was in the house. Mac Dizzle, always showing up. Catalina was here. Miss Dizzle Dinger. D Fuentes. Hey, D Fuentes just became a member of the Inner Circle. Welcome, D Fuentes. Brit's in the house. Miss Dizzle. All right. These chats are just going way too fast. I see Storms in the building. Foxy. Rach is here. David is guilty. All right. Okay. Damn. I see some circles in the chat. I appreciate y'all. All right, you guys. So before we get started, what I do want everybody in the chat to do me a favor. It's not to like this video. It's not to subscribe to the channel. What I want you guys to do is So today's January 23rd, and it's a very special day for me at least because it is my mama's birthday. And Mama Flo is in the chat. So if you guys can do me a favor, please wish her a very happy birthday. Wish her a very, very happy birthday. Kimberly Bridges just gave us a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, my soundboard's tripping out. Mama Flo, happy birthday, Mama Flo. Mama Flo's in the chat. So happy birthday, Mama Flo. All right, you guys, in case you guys have been living under a rock, there's been a lot of stuff going down today. So as many of you guys already know, our boy, Neo Langston, has just been arrested. Now, as you guys can tell right here on this screen, there is now actual video of him getting arrested. So let me say what's up to everybody. I see some new people. If you guys are new here, this is your first time catching a live, let me know in the chat so I can shout you guys out. Miss Dizzle's in the house, Jazzy Foxy, Bailey Bombshell, Heal with Sounds. Okay. Some new people that I haven't seen here before, unless you guys have been here and you guys are just quiet. Oh, there you go. Rach just became a member of the inner circle. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys. How many of you guys are ready to see this video? This is, you're probably seeing it here first. So this is video of our boy, Neo, finally getting arrested. So Neo was actually arrested. I want to say it was last night, right? Hold on. Let me kind of break this down for you guys so you guys kind of understand the magnitude of what happened today is. So let me just show you guys really quick because it was crazy how everything went down, right? So I was on Reddit, right? Because I'm frequently on Reddit, just reading all the stories. Then I got a notification. There was a notification that went out and it pinged my phone. And this is basically what I saw, right? So there was a post that went up a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month or so ago. And it was basically this one, right? And this one basically said, for several months, one of the recurring questions is this case has been, is the real identity of the individual known as Neo. We can confirm that the person previously referred to as Neo is Neo Langston, who has also used the public online handles Neo IHY, basically means I hate you, and Neo the Asian. Neo has spoken publicly in the past. He was known as Twitch streamer and was publicly associated with David as both a close friend and professional collaborator. Jazzy, thank you so much for sending a membership. Who received that? Justice Jane 24 just became a member of the inner circle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jess. I appreciate you. Thank you. So Neo has spoken publicly in the past, and he was known as a Twitch streamer, was publicly associated with David as both a close friend and professional collaborator. This information is being shared to clarify identity and reduce ongoing misinformation, no allegations of criminal wrongdoing that are being made at this time. Now, let me just remove this really quick. So this morning, I got a message on Reddit, and it basically said that Neo was arrested in Montana last night, right? And this I got this notification at 11:45, right? So if there was anything that came out before this, y'all let me know, because this was the very first that I heard of this and told one person, and it just made its way all around the internet, right? That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And so you guys are going to be seeing it first. Jazzy, thank you so much for sending that $3 super sticker. Thank you, thank you. Alien Baby said, Flo, I saw you out there with all the other channels live, helping them with the information. Kudos to you for helping them out. Yeah, definitely, right? Whatever needs to be done to ensure that we keep Celeste Rivas's name alive, right? And everybody knows that this case has gone quiet for way too long, right? And there's a few people that are out there that continue to keep her name alive. And, you know, we just have to be those people that continue to keep her name out there, right? Because they want us to forget who she is, but we're not going to let that happen. There's way too many people that care about this young girl and getting justice for her. And I think we're about to see that, right? Lupita just became a member of the inner circle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Oh man, what a good day, huh? My mama's birthday. Happy birthday to Mama Flo. She's down there in the chats. And our boy Neil Langston has been arrested. So again, I mentioned to you guys earlier that we do have actual video of this. So I do want to show this to you guys. Now you're probably seeing this first. Snake just became a member. Wow, welcome to the inner circle, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys ready for this? Let's take a look at this video right here. Wow. Mr. No Socks over here, huh? Okay, so you can see here that he is being apprehended right now. And we'll talk about where this is in a little bit. But for now, he's getting arrested in Montana. Let me take this out really quick so you guys can see. So that is the video right now. Hey, and shout out to Mama Flo who just sent 5 gifted memberships. So if you received a gifted membership from Mama Flo, please make sure that you thank her. Thank you, Mama Flo. Happy birthday again. Crazy, right? This chat is going way too fast. I can barely keep up. So I appreciate all of you guys who are hanging out tonight. Damn, let me see. Who else is here? I just subbed on my TV. It was able to give a second like. Hey, Desert. That's what's up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. You guys, let's watch this again because this was very interesting because what we saw first, right, is we saw these photos that came out. This is another photo of Neo Christopher Langston, right? And for those of you guys who don't know who Neo is a good friend of D4VD and has been for a very long time suspected as a potential second person or the second suspect in this case. Now, none of that is confirmed, right? Obviously, not even David has been arrested, nor has he been publicly identified as a suspect. We just know that he's being seen as one, but the LAPD has not come out and said that he is an actual suspect. So for all we know, this guy definitely knows something, right? And if you guys take a look over here to the right, you see this person right over here. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but if you see this person right here in the bubble jacket, this person is, I want to say his name is Nick Dragon. I'll get his name, but definitely, oh, my stomach is growling because I haven't eaten yet. Hold on. I will get you his name right now. This is crazy. This is crazy. Nick Milodragovich. Nick Milodragovich. And apparently this is Neo's mom's younger boyfriend. Let me see. David is way guilty is in the chat. Eileen's here. Cat's here. Snake. Storm. Bernice. Thank you so much for your $10 super chat. I appreciate you so much. Bernice, you're out there supporting all the other channels as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for supporting me. Obsidian. Thank you. So Obsidian, welcome. Welcome. I appreciate this, you guys. Mama Flo, happy birthday. Look at that little super sticker. Okay. Oh man, that's nice. I appreciate this, you guys. Really, I don't come on here to do it for the money, right? Or the super chats or super stickers. For me, that's a bonus, right? So I really appreciate all of you guys that donate to this channel, that support me. It lets me know that I'm doing something right. And for some of you guys to just come into the channel, hang out with me, especially when I do these late night lives. Some of you guys, it's probably like 11 p.m. where you guys are at. If you guys are in another country, it's probably even later, right? But where is his swag now? Who said that? Where did I see that in the chat? I just seen that in the chat. Where is his swag at? Right? You ain't got no swag. He ain't even got shoes on. But in this one, he does. So I don't know exactly who he was apprehended by. Somebody told me that it was the U.S. Marshals that got him. So I'm very curious to know a little bit. But we do have a video to react to. So Long Crime posted a video today. We're going to check that out. But I do want to focus on a video that Lauren Conlin put out today. So I was kind of emailing her a little bit today. We're going back and forth. So I'm really trying to work on something. So if y'all can cross your fingers, we can probably make that happen. The goal is to try to get Lauren Conlin on the show. So that would be pretty dope if we could. But here, let me show this video because she posted a video on LA Magazine today. And I think this is going to be really interesting for you guys to hear. So here, check this out. Late girl, I appreciate you. Yeah, we are on our way, right? The goal is to reach 1,000 subs. Dang, Ronan, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. I appreciate you. We're not doing it for the money, doing it for money. Foster the people, U.S. Marshals, baby. Yes, that's what's up. Thank you. And Tammy, thank you so much for your $2.99 super sticker. I appreciate you. Coco Mom just donated $10 super chat. Have a wonderful live, everyone. Please be safe this weekend. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your support. All right, you guys, let's get into this video right over here.
This is Neo Langston, close friend of David Anthony Burke, aka the singer David, and he was arrested in Montana, in Helena to be exact, on a Los Angeles warrant for failure to appear. Now, this is a failure to appear as a witness charge. As you know, there is a grand jury being convened in Los Angeles in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was...
Now pay attention to what she's going to say, you guys, because I think she's going to drop some really good stuff here.
Found in September of 2025 in the frunk of David's Tesla. So Neo, he was arrested on Night Street. I spoke to police, and Night Street is very, very residential. There's no bars, there's no restaurants. I was curious, maybe his family has a home here. Not sure. Well, a local photographer, his name is Tom Bridge. He actually retweeted my post on X and actually showed us, all of us, pictures of Neo being apprehended. It's crazy. So Tom Bridge...
And those were some of the photos that I just showed you guys earlier, but we'll go to his tweet and we'll check it out as well.
He posted Neo getting into a squad car. He posted him being cuffed on some stairs leading to a house and also walking with police. Now, there are many, many police on scene. And when I emailed the sheriff's office, they sent me this call report. And in the call report was a bunch of different officers who were apprehended to the scene. So there's like 5 of them. I mean, I don't know why it took 5 people to arrest this guy, but that's how many
5 people, y'all.
Out. Something else that I found kind of interesting was that when I was making calls trying to get all of the details, I called the county clerk's office to see if his case had been kicked over to the county attorney. It had not. but they did tell me that this case, Neo's case, was with the district court.
The district court, you guys.
Court generally handles felonies. So
Mhm.
a body attachment charge, you know, which is a bench warrant for a witness to appear, that's definitely not a felony, and that's not what this is. This is failure to appear, but it can be a felony if you are failing to appear in front of a case that is a felony. So somebody is about to be charged with homicide or red rum in the case of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
This is big news, you guys, because we haven't really heard much about, you know, anything that's taking place behind the scenes in the court with the DA, LAPD. We've learned absolutely nothing, right? The only person that has really kept us in the loop about this entire case is one person, right? And I mean that publicly, right? And that's SF Investigates. He's been keeping everybody, you know, up to date with some of the things that have come out, you know, the burn cage, the gas mask, the gift certificate, right? He recently just put something out today too. But I think this is going to be huge because this is really telling us that somebody is about to be charged for schmurda. I think that's huge, right? And if Neo is going to do the right thing, if he is going to be a man, he is going to tell the truth. And if he doesn't, there are going to be a ton. This guy would never be able to return to the internet, right? If we don't see a conviction. Now, it really makes me wonder if he failed to appear to testify in front of a grand jury. Does that mean that he is a witness? Right? Is he going to be granted immunity? I don't know if we'll ever know unless he testifies, right? And the only way that he'll be able to get immunity is if he testifies. So I really hope that he gives us what we're looking for.
So justice cannot come soon enough. I am still digging into this. I'm sure I forgot to tell you guys something, but head to lamag.com for my most recent article. You can also head to LA Mag's X, which is at LA Mag, or mine at Conlon_Lauren. You can see Tom's photos. You can stay here on TikTok or YouTube for more, but I will have all the details and I will continue to follow the story. Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Justice for this is
all right, you guys. So what are you guys' thoughts? Montana does not play, Storm, right? Montana does not play. And, you know, when they it's funny though, because here, let me just show you this video too, because KTLA put out this video earlier. Let's go ahead and watch this too.
Reported a friend of singer David has been arrested after allegedly failing to appear as a witness in a Los Angeles courtroom. According to TMZ, well-known streamer Neo Langston was taken into custody in Montana with the help of local authorities who were assisting the LAPD. He's reportedly being held without bond and is being transferred to Los Angeles. This comes as an LA County grand jury reportedly.
You guys hear that? He is being held without bond. Now, in a post that TMZ put up earlier, they said that he was booked and placed in jail. So obviously, you know, until he gets extradited back to LA, he's going to be hanging out with some people behind bars. And guess what? It is Friday. Now, I have heard that Neo did meet in front of a judge today, but I will have to figure out a way to confirm that. Here, let's just keep it going.
Moves toward indicting David in the murder of Celeste
Bean Baby, what's going on?
Hernandez. The teenager's body was found in the trunk of the singer's Tesla last year. No charges have been filed as of yet.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI.
Whoa. Hold on. No, we're not going to buy a domain. All right, so that was KTLA. That was KTLA. Really quick. Hold on. Where are we? Let's pull this up. All right, the next video I'm going to pull up is Sidebar with Jesse Weber. Law and Crime just put out a video a couple hours ago, so I haven't seen this yet, but I do want to watch it with you guys and get your reactions. Then I'll try to catch up on the chat. You guys, y'all are going crazy in the chat.
Let's discuss. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, breaking news. We're literally jumping on right now. We're getting information as I'm recording, but TMZ has reported that a friend of singer David, somebody we've talked about a lot here on Sidebar, this guy named Neo Langston has been arrested out in Montana. Now, it seems to be for failure to report as a witness. Why is that important? It is important because, as we've been reporting,
that's right,
there is apparently a grand jury that has been impaneled and has been hearing evidence in connection with the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was found dead, her decomposed body found in a Tesla reportedly registered to singer David. This was back in September out in Los Angeles. And to be clear, David hasn't been charged.
Mama Flo is just out there gifting memberships. Okay, Mama Flo. She feeling some type of way because it's her birthday. I appreciate that, Mama Flo. Thank you. And if you guys got a membership from Mama Flo, please make sure you thank her. Yeah, I can definitely turn it up. I got you.
Or officially implicated in any crime, but with the reports of a grand
it isn't
jury,
loud, huh? Hold
this
on.
is a flexible situation. We've always wondered what could come of that. Now, according to a representative for the Lewis and Clark County Jail, there was this warrant out for Langston's arrest. And as the information's coming out, again, we looked at the...
Does that sound better? Because I've turned it up as loud as it can go. I guess their audio is not too loud.
The court records, it seems to be 23 years. He's 23 years old. It was originally for an unspecified warrant. So at first, while we couldn't confirm exactly what it was for, TMZ reported, though, that this warrant was out of Los Angeles, and it was for failure to appear as a witness. And by the way, he's currently being held without bond. And TMZ has also reported that police in Montana have been working with LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division, and we believe that has been the unit that has been heading up this investigation into what happened to Celeste. By the way, this jail is out in Montana, population about 70,000. The jail is in Helena. It's the capital city. It's almost 1,200 miles from LA, so we think about that. Now, why is this also important? It's important based on our past reporting, because as we previously discussed...
Lupita just sent a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Man, my soundboard is lagging it. Crazy. Lupita, thank you so much. I appreciate your support for the channel, and thank you for your birthday shout out to Mama Flo.
On Sidebar, TMZ reported that with this grand jury apparently being impaneled, there was a discussion, an alleged discussion outside the court.
So here, really quick before we continue, right? I want to make sure that we pull this up, right? So this is King Street, right? Or Knight Street, sorry, not King Street. This is Knight Street right here. This is the location where Neo was arrested. Now, as Lauren Conlin mentioned earlier, this is a residential area. Those are the doorsteps that he was arrested at. I believe this house belongs to the mother's boyfriend. So yeah, this is definitely in a nice the houses look nice out here. I don't know, Neo and boyfriend, they must got some money. So if we go down here, I don't know what they got here. They got some farms. It looks like there is, what is this, a school? This looks like a school. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is definitely a school, you guys. Look how close Neo lives to a school, or look how close he was staying to a school. I'm really curious what they got down here. This Granite Road. This is crazy, you guys. Montana. Are there even any people out there? Anybody in the chat from Montana? Neo was hiding. Neo's mom has money. Absolutely, gamer for Nintendo, right? Some of you guys know about her. We're not gonna bring her up, right? We just know that she's into film, and we'll get back to Law and Crime, right? But I do want to remind you guys that Neo is a child actor. Neo has actually been in a movie. So he's a famous movie star, you guys. I gotta make sure my mic's not... Does my mic sound okay? Because it sounds like crap in my headphones. So if I'm not sounding okay, let me know so I can change the microphone. If it cuts out a lot, let me know. Neo has got connections through his mama. He sure does, right? That looks like where I grew up in Central Washington. This area right here, Ronan. Look, this guy is literally walking distance to the school. That doesn't sit well with me. That is crazy. But yeah, Neo is a movie star. Neo the Trap Queen. My mic is cracking. Okay, you guys, give me. Is it okay? Hold on. Damn, my mic is tripping out right now. Hold on, I might have to do some. Might have to work with some stuff here. I got another mic here, but it's not like the best mic. All right, y'all, give me a minute. We're gonna have to figure this out. 1 second, y'all. We're gonna play some music in the back, and I'm gonna fix my mic. All right, y'all. Are we back? Can you guys hear me? Drop a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. Let me know if we are good. Can y'all hear me? Uh-oh. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Damn, I'm so sorry, you guys. That is crazy. They're probably tapping me. Sounds better? Oh my lord, I am so embarrassed, yo. What the hell just happened? That was crazy. All right, cool. I apologize, you guys. These streams are never perfect. So I do apologize all of you guys that are still in the chat that stuck around and waited for me to come back. So, all right. Our boy Neo lives really close to the school. That's where we were at, right? And we're about to get back to law and crime. Damn, I almost lost where I was at. So, okay, we're gonna talk about this because Where's it at? Long crime right here. Let me play this really quick because I got to fix my microphone. Something's going on with this.
Courtroom about an uncooperative witness. Okay, we go back to a conversation that may have happened in December between Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman, who we believe may be spearheading this case, and attorney Evan Jennis. And Jennis represents apparently both a witness, so maybe Neo Langston, and Robert Morgenroth. Now, Robert Morgenroth is apparently the head of David's touring company and a manager of his label. We previously reported that Morgenroth has been potentially questioned, and we previously reported that Morgenroth had been questioned in front of this grand jury. Obviously, we don't know anything officially. Authorities aren't going to confirm it, but that's
David is on to us, you guys.
TMZ. So if you have an uncooperative
delete
witness,
everything,
and now you have Neil Langston being arrested out in Montana, potentially for failure to appear as a witness, you put two and two together, we're starting to see what might be going on here. Now, Neil Langston, we believe, is a friend of David. We've seen him in photos with the singer. He has posted content himself. Don't know the exact connection. We also don't know if Celeste, if he knew Celeste, if he had a relationship with Celeste.
Get him that pepperoni pizza.
And again, we can't officially confirm that he was supposed to be testifying about, in front of this grand jury.
It's crazy, right? And I just saw Stars in the chat mention that because I was just going to mention this. She said, I love how they are using his name now, Neo Langston, right? Because before, I don't think Law and Crime has ever mentioned anything about it. I'm curious, though, because TMZ mentioned a couple months back, or maybe, about a month ago or so back, that there was a female that refused to testify. Do you guys believe that there is also another individual that hasn't testified? Or do you think that TMZ may have gotten it wrong and the person that should have testified was supposed to be Neo all along? Makes me wonder.
But again, we're trying to put two and two together. I want to bring on retired Detective Commander Will Svilar to talk about this. Will, thank you so much for coming on. Again, we're still developing this. I'm still looking for breaking news as we record this. This is a big development. Your thoughts?
Well, if he's being held for a failure to appear as a witness.
Hey, and shout out to all of you guys, right? It's all of you guys that watch all of your other favorite creators that also help spread the word. But it's because of you guys that this became a massive story today. So shout out to all of you guys, everybody in the chat, everybody out on the Reddits that are doing God's work. And shout out to the creators that are keeping Celeste's name alive.
That's a contempt of court charge. So the charge is contempt of court. They're going to extradite him, bring him back to LA. It sounds to me like
they sure
do. 2 and 2, like you said, the grand jury's been convened since November. What happens then is the prosecution is presenting witness after witness, putting evidence in against a specific target or targets for a specific charge.
It's so David's female.
This guy they probably believe has pertinent information to support this charge. And it sounds to me like the noose is starting to tighten around the offender.
If we assume that he was supposed to be testifying in front of the grand jury, and obviously we know grand juries are kind of one-sided, it's the prosecution presenting enough evidence to suggest, hey, can you return an indictment? First, we had thought that it was just an investigative grand jury that couldn't return an indictment. Then there was reporting, no, this is a grand jury that can return an indictment. The standard to get back an indictment is relatively low, but it's the prosecution's case. They're presenting evidence to support whatever charges they're looking for here. If we assume he's been an uncooperative witness, and we assume he's all the way in Montana, so 1,200 miles away, timeline's interesting, right? So the reporting in December of an uncooperative witness, and now in January.
It is a great night. Welcome,
I wonder
Sydney.
if they might have had trouble finding him. I don't know the circumstances of his arrest. I don't know the I mean, talk to me about the cooperation. If you have LAPD now working with Montana to maybe find him, I do wonder, was there an issue to figure out where he was?
Sure, it could have taken a while to find him, but once you swear out a warrant and you put a warrant across the database, across the country, anywhere this guy gets stopped, it's serviceable. As long as it's a good warrant, it's serviceable, and there's extradition involved, it gets served wherever he is. And you get it out there across law enforcement channels, you put it into leads. Once it's in leads, every law enforcement agency has it. So regardless of where he went.
Hey, shout out to Scarlett in the house, new sub from Zav's videos. Thank you so much for joining and subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys. If you are new here, do me a favor, type a 1 in the chat because I want to thank you guys for subbing to the channel. It's crazy because we gained a ton of subscribers today out of nowhere, and I'm so thankful. You know, I didn't even do a live today, but we gained a ton of subscribers, so I really appreciate that. To everybody that subscribed to the channel, and you're gonna hear me say this over and over and over again, that I really appreciate everybody that's here. We got 95 people in the chat. That's a record for us, you guys. So thank you guys.
He was eventually going to get caught. Now, they may have had some information from whatever sources that he was up in Montana, but this could be as simple as a routine traffic stop where he gets picked up on a name check.
Hold on, I saw some ones in the chat. Let me see. Scarlet is new here. Gamer for Nintendo is new. UH5JG, I don't know how to say that, but thank you so much. Jessica Rodriguez, Sassy Kisses, Ash Bash, Heaven. Dang, that's a lot. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being here.
What do you think his connection is to this case?
Well,
I want to ask you guys that though. What is Neo's connection to the case, right? Because none of us really know exactly how much he's played a role in this case, but everybody has a theory or two or three or four. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like Neo is the whole reason why SF Investigates has that camera full of photos. Right, we can talk about that later.
Friend, he's an influencer. I think the purpose of the grand jury is to try to find out what that connection is. And again, there's so many different things out there with these influencers and the YouTube. I don't know what his connection would be, but the grand jury wants to find out, and then prosecution wants to find out. And again, now you can bring him back, extradite him, make him go to the grand jury, but he could still take the fifth, doesn't have to testify.
Yep, I was going to ask you that. I mean, if this is true, he's uncooperative. What's the value? What's the value? But then again, I guess they believe if he takes the fifth, you know, I mean, I do wonder what that would look like and what the value of it is. But by the way, you don't even know. I don't even know if he's somehow implicated in this. You don't even know. We don't even know that as well. If they're like.
And I have a feeling that if he is implicated in this, that he may possibly plead the fifth. Now, what's crazy too, right, is if TMZ got this wrong and they said that the female person who also has the same attorney as Rob Morgenroth, this person might even be Neo, right? So could Neo have the same attorney as Rob? To me, that would make sense. A lot of people were thinking that maybe it's Asia, right? But I don't think she is, because she is way too free on the internet. She's deleted her TikTok maybe 1 or 2 times. She also had a horrible turnout on her first Twitch stream back. So, I don't know. Do you think that TMZ got this wrong and the person who was supposed to testify was supposed to be Neo and not Asia?
You know, if he's not just a witness, but he's somehow potentially a criminal defendant, we don't know. And a lot of this is speculation because we don't even know what charges they're looking at. I can't officially confirm what David would be looking at if they are looking at him. Because at first it was, right, there might not be any charges other than concealment of a body. They weren't 100% sure it was a homicide. It was a murder. Reporting kind of changed on that. So, again, you do wonder what his role might be.
Well, if it comes back, the medical examiner comes back that this is a homicide, changes everything. If it's a homicide, now you're looking at a murder charge. This grand jury is being presented information and evidence to support a specific charge against a specific person or persons. Could this guy be part of it? He could be, or he could just be a witness. Now, the benefit of bringing him in, if he decides he doesn't want to testify, he wants to take the fifth, well, then the judge can make him sit. The judge who issues the warrant can make him sit in jail. And, you know, up to 30 days, you might change your mind.
Wow, you guys. So if he, in fact, decides to not show up, right, or not speak, he pleads the fifth, that judge better throw his ass in jail.
That's a good point. And, yeah, Montana. I wonder, you know, they talk about what's the connection here, right? First of all, we don't know where David is.
Well, we know what the connection is, and I've basically done a little bit of research with a few other good friends of mine. That house belongs to the boyfriend of the mother, right? So that's what he's doing out there. And if I'm not mistaken, I was told that the mom was out there maybe potentially working on a film out there. So You know, if he's got something to do with this, Neo, you better come clean.
No idea where David is. He's been radio silent. No idea where he is. You know, they talked about this kind of.
David is guilty. She deleted it. She doesn't have it anymore. Well, I think she said that she probably disabled it, but yeah, you're not gonna find it. That Princess Mononoke 20 whatever it was. No.
Santa Barbara.
Plus, she's probably working right now, right? She did mention she does work a 9 to 5, as Stars said in the chat. So she's probably putting in some overtime because she needs a little bit of extra cash.
Trip that David may have taken, and whether or not it has any connection to what happened to Celeste, because we don't have an official. Let's be clear, we don't have a cause or manner of death. The medical examiner's reports have been sealed. We don't know exactly if they have a theory of when she died, where she died, how long she's been in that car. But Montana, now I wonder whether or not LAPD will have the ability to go to Montana and maybe see if there's any evidence connected to Celeste's death there, or it's just Montana's somehow connected to this guy and not any.
And in case you guys did receive a membership and you guys are new here, we do have a Discord where we do deep dives. We have talks about it. We even watch really crazy documentaries. The last one that we watched was a DIY formula that reverses decomposition, and I thought it was really cool to share because you know, this whole case, right? They mentioned that Celeste Rivas Hernandez was in an extreme severe decomposition, and we watched a documentary where this doctor DIYs his own formula, places these victims in this formula, right? And keep in mind, these bodies are necrotic. They're dark, they're black, and they put them in this formula. And over about 48 hours, these bodies start to rehydrate and they're able to reverse the decomposition. And it was cool because, see, Ronan in the chat said that doc was cool, right? So I encourage you guys, if you guys are a membership, we do have a Discord where we talk about that kind of stuff. We show stuff like that. Encourage you to become a member of the inner circle. There's a ton. I see a wall of green members in the chat. So yeah, you can ask one of them, right? And we have another one coming up soon. Mac Dizzle said it was a great video, but basically just, you know, reverses decomposition. And what we were able to see were the bruises, the scars, the tattoos on the body, right? And I thought it was really cool because this whole entire time, there's been rumors about this tattoo that Celeste had on her finger, the one that says "shh," right? And maybe potentially another tattoo, a red tattoo on her finger that says David. If her body was decomposed, you know, I wonder what they did to kind of identify that tattoo on her, besides the phone call that they received from her mother.
Anybody else?
Well, every time that my guys had warrants that got served out of state, the first thing I did was put them on a plane to wherever that warrant was served and to see if they could get some conversation going before extradition. So I'd be really surprised if LAPD wasn't in Montana right now talking to this guy or trying to talk to this guy.
We also have gotten word that they're going to continue to have witnesses testify, maybe even into next month. So for those who are wondering whether or not an indictment will come out or whether an indictment will come down soon, what is your theory on this? And also, by the way, do you think in a case like this where there's so much speculation and there's the possibility, when you think about what happened to Celeste, whether or not multiple people can be involved, do you think that this is a grand jury that is hearing evidence against multiple people and there would be multiple indictments or indictment containing multiple defendants at the same time?
Absolutely could well be. And I can tell you, like you mentioned earlier, the threshold to get an indictment, to get probable cause to indict it, to move it on to trial to the next phase isn't that high. Okay. It's like probable cause. But if you're bringing all these witnesses, you're laying out a pretty complex complaint or a
So, well, they said he is being held on with no bond. So because it is Friday, he is most likely going to spend that weekend. He's going to spend this weekend in jail. I don't think they're going to let him go. I highly doubt that they are going to let him go.
Plent's argument that possibly there could be more than one person. Matter of fact, I'd be surprised if there was only one person.
Even as I'm reporting this, I'm realizing how much how little information we actually have about this. Do you think
Very
once
little.
there's an indictment, or if there's an indictment, authorities will release the information they have? They petitioned a court to seal the medical examiner's records. Do you think it's all going to be released? I mean, do you think all that information will be released to the public, the media? I know it's still an ongoing investigation, I imagine, but when will they give answers?
I mean, the records are sealed right now. That grand jury is always sealed until a judge says you can give information. If there's an indictment on this, I think you're going to hear an indictment. You're going to hear an announcement of an indictment. You may get some background, but I don't think they're laying out their whole case. And we can't get it because right now all the transcripts are sealed. So until it gets unsealed by a judge, we won't know anything until probably time of trial.
And by the way, just to go back to Neil Langston, if someone is allegedly uncooperative, does that mean they have something to hide? Or have you seen in your experience, maybe they don't want to testify for a variety of reasons?
Both ways. Either someone's got something to hide, or and more often than not, when we get reluctant witnesses, and you know, 32 years on a job, I worked murders and violent crimes for 25 of them. Most of the time in those instances where we can't get someone to cooperate, it's because out of fear. Their fear of retribution, and they don't want to get themselves involved or their families involved.
This is also a case that develops and changes rapidly, which makes me always wonder whether or not people have been talking, people have been cooperating. So
there has to be. I think Asia is too free right now to not be talking.
As I mentioned, if there was that shift from we don't know what happened to Celeste, there might not be any charges beyond concealing her body, and then, oh, maybe it's a homicide.
Was David hiding in Neo's closet while Neo was being arrested? No one knows where he's been. They were inseparable. You know, I have a few theories on that. And that was a conversation that we had in Mark the Shark's voice chat about where David could be, right? And there were some pretty crazy theories about all that.
Investigation. I do wonder if this is a case where deals have been worked out and whether or not people have been incentivized to provide testimony.
It all depends. When you talk about a deal, you know, if you say you've got someone who's a co-defendant, if there's a co-defendant in a trial and you make a deal with them to testify against another person, that testimony cannot come in until the charge that you're making a deal with is adjudicated. So it can't be two trials going on at the same time. It has to be adjudicated. There has to be a punishment or a sentence, and then that person can come in to testify. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what any of these witnesses are saying because it's sealed. You could have half of them coming in and taking a fifth. But I believe they're probably getting some pretty good information. That's why it's continuing, and they're calling more people.
By the way, did you see this mugshot of him? We have it. Did you see it? Where he
looks pretty
smiling. That was weird.
Yeah, he looks like he's.
Yeah, look at this guy. He's smiling. I really hope he's smiling because he is just about to tell law enforcement everything that they want to know about it. And if he is completely innocent in this, I will go on the record and apologize to Neo. But for now, you're in an orange jumpsuit, so I don't know.
In a good mood.
Yeah, that was interesting, just to say the least. I mean,
yeah, I did see that.
But you also think about how young they are. I mean, you talk about 23-year-old. What's David, 20 years old? These are young people that investigators might be looking at. I think that's what
Diabolical said innocent
something
killer.
else that everybody talks about. You know, they say if they're looking at David, it's not just in connection with the death of Celeste, but any alleged relationship he had with her. Do you think that's being explored?
Sure, absolutely. There is.
Sure did.
You know, there's ages of consent. She's below the age of consent. He's over the age of consent. That's an inappropriate relationship, and it not only inappropriate but illegal. So when we talk about the indictments and the charges, that could very well be part of it.
Do you think they know where David is right now?
I think they probably have a pretty good idea.
And we know, as we were previously reported, his attorney, he's retained Blair Burke, who is a very high-powered attorney. So I have to imagine there must be some sort of communication between her and authorities. Just going back, completely different case, but with the Diddy case, right? His attorneys were in constant communication with federal prosecutors about where he is. He's going to come to New York. We've taken his passport. Do you imagine something like that's been going on here?
I would guarantee it. There's no way Blair Burke's going to hide her client.
And David is guilty. That's a very great point that you brought up, right? The only thing that makes sense is David killed her by himself. If Neo is the killer, why would he be a witness instead of part of the indictment? And we've been saying that for a long time, right? There's rumors that Asia may have testified. We know that Rob has testified. We know that Neo is about to testify. Now, could he possibly just plead the fifth, which, you know, they may throw him in jail? Or is it possible that Neo is not even considered a second suspect and somebody else helped him? And if it wasn't Neo, who else could it be? Because I have a lot of questions about that, right?
Client. When it comes time to indictment or for charges, she'll surrender as the client. No question about it. She'd be foolish not to.
When are we going to learn more about this guy? Are we going to learn more about when he's taken back to L.A.? Will we know the circumstances of what's going on? How much will the public and the media be aware of this? Oh, wait,
Well,
hold on. I got an update.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Listen to this. It appears he was brought in by the U.S. Marshals.
There you go.
Last night at around 6 p.m.
So that confirms it, right? He was, in fact, brought in by the U.S. Marshals.
What do you make of that?
U.S. Marshals Task Force works with every jurisdiction in the country. Every department or every county has a U.S. Marshal Task Force that basically they serve warrants, criminal warrants. They get the criminal warrants. They do all their stuff, ping phones, whatever they have to do, and they find the person. So federal task force, we use it all the time, and that task force is U.S. Marshals and also local law enforcement.
What assets do they provide? Because originally, right, it was supposed to be LAPD coordinating with Montana authorities. Why bring in the U.S. Marshals? What resources do they have
They do all their
that Montana authorities or LAPD doesn't have?
Well, they have the expertise. Well, first of all, LA, you can't. The warrant in LA, once you bring it over to out of state, LA can't really serve it. They have to have local law enforcement do it. And the marshals are a great asset because they have all the information. They have access to phone records, and the people that write their warrants to ping phones and to look for people are very good. It's all they do. All they do is get for criminal warrants, serve them, and get the bad guys off the street. And they're very good at it.
By the way, Steve Fisher, who we've had on this program before, he's the private investigator who has been hired by the owner of that property that David had been renting and staying at where the Tesla was found nearby. Neil Langston has been arrested in Montana on a Los Angeles Superior Court warrant for failure to appear for testimony. Lewis and Clark County expects LA County to begin the extradition process. By the way, can you just explain a little bit more about what we can expect with extradition?
Hold on, let me catch up on the chat. Y'all are going way too fast. But that's crazy. We have 96 people in here. That is wild. I never would have thought that there would be that many people hanging out with me on Mama Flo's birthday. Let me see. What did I see? I don't even know where to start. Neo unfollowed David last month. I'm sure her dead body is not lightweight to pick up. Well, they did say that she was discovered weighing only 71 pounds, right? The average 13, 14-year-old should weigh at least like 120 pounds. So that is crazy. He wouldn't want it. I'm over there. Now they broke up. If he has a different lawyer, why would Neo have the same one as Josh? It's a great question. I have no idea. 72 pounds of dead weight. That's crazy. David got too girly for new. All dots lead to the Epstein files. Oh man, I hope my video doesn't get flagged for saying that. Neo's mom has money. I bet they got him a nice attorney. No, you know what? I absolutely think that they did. Ronan, thank you for hanging out. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're on our way to 1,000 subs, you guys. So, if you guys are here in the channel, you guys haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, you guys. It's free. And then hit the notifications so you guys know when I'm live. Now we're about to hit 100 people in the live. That's crazy. That is wild. And if you're just lurking in the chat and you haven't said a word, type a 1 in the chat. I need your help to help get this video out into the algorithm. do me a solid, y'all. Just type a 1 in the chat if you're just lurking. You don't have to be subscribed.
Yes, he will go before a judge in Montana, and he will either waive extradition or he'll fight extradition. 9 out of 10 times they waive extradition and they are brought back to the jurisdiction by detectives from that jurisdiction. If he waives it, now it has to go to the governor, or if he fights it, it has to go to the governor of Montana, who has to say, yep, it looks like there's probable cause, you have to go.
Jessica
And
Rodriguez
that's usually
in the
about
house.
30 days.
All
It
right,
doesn't happen
all
very
right.
often, but that's usually what it does. It's just a formality where it takes about another month.
And you wouldn't really want to fight it if you feel like, you know, you're going back. Like, you would fight it because you're going to stay in jail. If you fight it, you're staying in jail in Montana. Whereas if you're like, okay, I'm not fighting it, let's go back to LA, he's probably not going to be kept in jail. I mean, if he's cooperative and decides to testify or whatever the situation may be, I mean, again, we don't know if he's facing charges or whatnot, but there wouldn't be an incentive for him to fight it per se, right?
No, I wouldn't think so. You're getting a free ride home. And like you said, if you go before the grand jury and you give testimony, you're not going to be locked up. The warrant will take care of itself. All the charges will be dismissed. Now, if he doesn't provide testimony, it's up to them whether or not, it's up to the judge whether or not they want to keep him in jail on contempt charges. And they could.
One thing I forgot to mention is that he did see a judge for a courtesy arraignment today, and he's already being transferred out to Los Angeles. Anything we should be thinking about there?
No, he's not fighting it, and the LA detectives are bringing him back to LA County.
All right. I don't really have much more. Yeah, I think that's it.
Wow. That's crazy.
I
Let's see
think
what
that's all we can report right now. It is an interesting development because there hasn't been much. But Will Spielar, thank you so much for jumping on so quickly and talking about this.
Raise your hand if you lurk.
My pleasure.
All right, everybody, that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Thank you so much for joining us.
So here, let's go back and watch this again because this will never get old, you guys. I'm sorry, but this will never get old. Look at him being a good boy. Just sitting there, getting handled by the U.S. Marshals. No shoes on. So he was just hanging out at home, right? Any other day, just a regular old day. We're just hanging out. Stars, that's right. That was confirmation that he did see a judge, right? Courtesy arraignment. We'll see. He's not, there's no way he's going to fight this, right? Where is, well, let's finish watching this first. I mean, it explains why he's been so quiet since day one, right? Regular schmegler. Yeah, I mean, we can definitely watch it, but what video, somebody tell me which one it was. We can watch Trap more if you guys want to. Y'all gotta let me know which video it is though. But before we do that, let's take a look at this, right? Let's remind ourselves who exactly is Neo Langston.
Because I actually don't have that much dating experience, which hopefully is a shocker to y'all. I don't want y'all hearing that and be like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense why he's bitchless.
Neo, man, he's funny. He's a funny guy, you guys. We should all go to Neo's next stand-up comedy show.
I keep going through these like mini relationships.
The UK's in the house. Lorraine Crawford, thank you for hanging out. 5 a.m. out there. Ooh, you're up early. Ooh, on a Saturday.
Whereas the kids call them situationships. At the end of every single one of these situationships, the other person, and I mean this without fail, always finds the love of their life. Every single time. I help everyone find the love of their life, just at the expense of myself. It's just, don't do that. Don't pity me. Don't pity me, man. So I took this negative and turned it into a positive. I decided to make a dating profile, and it ends off with, I'm not gonna.
Who's gonna swipe right on Neo Any of you guys in the chat gonna swipe right on Neo?
To be the love of your life. I'm the guy right before that. So if you want to find the love of your life, do yourself a favor and date me first.
Aw, you guys, he's out there looking for love. Look at this guy looking for love. Somebody, did any of you guys find which one it was? Which video it was? Let's see what he's got to say.
Quick reminder. Good people don't call themselves good people. Quick reminder. Knockers, listen. It always be the most selfish motherfuckers that will go out of their way
Watch your mouth,
and
Neo.
do something for you and then expect something in return and then call themselves selfless. Like, no, motherfucker, you just a selfish, manipulative asshole. Like, get over yourself. Fuck you. Knockers, listen.
Ouch, he's some fighting words. Okay, let's see. So here, I want to take us to this really quick because SF posted a tweet today earlier. This was around 1:18 p.m. way after we broke the story at 11:48. Neo Langston has been arrested in Montana on a Los Angeles Superior Court warrant for failure to appear for testimony. Lewis and Clark County expects LA County to begin the extradition process. So I don't know if I actually explained to you guys really quick. I don't know who it was on the Reddit, but I was on the Reddit today. Let me just remove this chat really quick. We got this notification on one of posts that said Neo was arrested last night. And then I ended up posting it to Reddit. And then from there, it just went crazy. Again, we have his mugshot right over here. This one doesn't have a watermark on it, but look at his nice little smile. Looks like he hasn't had a haircut in a while. Probably can't go out anywhere. And then Berettia, a mod, put this up. Here, let me get out of the way. On Reddit, it said the mod team received a message this morning from individuals local to Helena, Montana, the Helena, Montana area regarding the arrest of a young male named Neo Langston. This is shown in the link OP posted. According to what was shared with us, the arrest allegedly took place at a residence his mom owns, which lines up with the location information they provided. Please do note, this has not been officially confirmed to be him or to be in relation with the case at all. So it was crazy that the mods, I think this was a Celeste Rivas Hernandez sub. They went out and they pinned their comments to it and basically said that. Let's see. Here is a post from Tom G. Bridge. He was the original person who took these photos. So if you guys are on X, you guys should give him a follow because he did a hell of a job getting these photos. I'm assuming that he also got the video too. But so here are the photos again. Neo Langston. And then you can just see here, right? The boyfie of Mama Neo. Probably not knowing what the hell's going on. Crazy. All right, y'all. You guys said that there was a Trapmore Ross video out. Did anybody find what it was? Thanks, Tom, for my new wallpaper. Right? Neo smiling, thinking how popular he's going to be in the cell. Ooh, he'll be cheating on David. That's funny. Smiling because he knows what happens to guys that look like him in Twin Towers. Oh, I'm scared for Neo. I'm scared for his safety when he comes to LA. And if they put him behind bars, they're going to have to hide him in a corner or something because I don't know if he's going to make it. I don't know if he's going to make it. Yep. Shout out to Strategic Eyes who covered this earlier today. Shout out to Rabbit. Shout out to Zav. Shout out to Mark the Shark. He was on live and broke the story I think he was the very first one to report on it. So he was the first person to come on live to talk about it. So shout out to him. He killed it today. All right. Yeah, I didn't see anything on Trapmore either. I don't think he's posted anything. Y'all said that y'all saw me on it. Let me see. SF also posted something earlier today. Here it is. He said, this is a copy of the search warrant applied for and granted after LAPD was called to the tow yard to investigate a foul odor coming from David's Tesla. The warrant return is also attached. So let's see here. So it says appeal of the state of California to any peace officer in the county of Los Angeles, proof by affidavit having been this made for before me, Detective John Wild, that there is probable cause to believe that the property or person described herein may be found at the location set forth herein, and that it is lawfully seizable pursuant to Penal Code Section 1524 ET as indicated below by the X. So it says here, property or things to be seized consist of any item or constitutes any evidence that tends to show a felony has been committed. Or tends to show that a particular person has committed a felony. So this was issued on the 8th of September. So from day one, when her body was discovered, there was a belief that a felony was committed. It only took them how many days? But hey, they're definitely making progress. Huh. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Let me see. Let me see what else they have here. It says the vehicle as described as a 2023 Tesla Model Y, four-door, black in color, bearing Texas license plates. Department resources reveal the registered owner as David Anthony Burke from Hempstead, Texas. The vehicle is currently under storage at official police garage in Hollywood. I'm curious. So let me see if we can see this. Has been employed by the LAPD for over 17 years. I'm currently assigned to the Hollywood area, as I say, auto detective table, with a primary duty assignment of investigating auto-related crimes. I have completed numerous domestic violence, robbery, burglary from motor vehicles, fraud, stolen vehicles, and theft investigations, and have arrested numerous persons for these and related offenses. I have also located and recovered stolen property on numerous occasions. I have also attended classes regarding domestic violence, robbery, theft, fraud, and other related offenses at the LA Police Academy. I have received informal training from, okay, what is this? Based on previous investigations and experience, it is my opinion that electronic communication methods such as text messaging, electronic email, IMDMs, and online forums posts are used by criminals for communication and the facilitation of criminal operations. This includes covert and public transmission of phone numbers, addresses, messages, photos, images, and files. Based on previous investigations and experience, it is my opinion that electronic forms of payment such as Zelle, PayPal, Apple Pay, Venmo, Cash App, and the use of cryptocurrency are used by criminals both for their transaction speed and ease of use. Criminals prefer these forms of transactions to remain anonymous to their victims and move their money quickly. However, unlike cash, criminals must set up these accounts connected to their real bank account information and, in some cases, provide identification to open up these accounts. So it says here, Detective Clore was advised by official police garage Hollywood that they have a vehicle on their lot, which is emanating a foul odor and attracting flies. Yuck. So sad, right? Knowing that Celeste was in there. The vehicle was reported as abandoned to the LAPD, the LA Department of Transportation in the area. Okay, LAPD, Department of Transportation responded to the location and towed the vehicle on September 5th. The vehicle's current registration comes back to Texas. Currently unable to contact registered owners of the vehicle. Detective Clora responded to the location, verified the vehicle, and examining foul odor from the trunk. Whew, that was a mouthful. A return to search warrant. So it says here, Peace Officer Jason Wild, being sworn, says that he conducted a search pursuant to the search warrant described, issuing magistrate. Okay. Okay, so basically just saying that there was a black Tesla that had smell. Department of Resources revealed that the registered owner was David Anthony Burke. The vehicle currently in storage. Described below. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, let me see. So what are y'all thinking, you guys? What's next? He be rocking the eyeshadow, Kool-Aid lipstick, and cropping his scrubs, using a cut strip to tie his hair up. Let's see. Pretty hair should go down well in prison. Oh, they're gonna love pulling that hair, right? Oh, I was in one of his previous videos. Was that little screenshot of us watching the Gooner video? Yuck. Yuck. Yeah. Okay, let me know. Let me know if you see it. Yeah, we're definitely making progress, you guys. We are making progress. Star said all they had to do is check the box above the one they did, right? They messed up. I hope he tells the truth and I don't have to look up David no more. Yeah. Well, I think when this case, once this goes to trial, because somebody's going to be arrested. We all thought it was going to be Neo who was going to be held responsible, but maybe he's just the witness. I should hit up the homeowner, Malden Trifonovich. I should hit him up on X. And I want to ask him if he will give SF permission to tell us who drove the Tesla. The reason why I say that is because SF Investigate said he cannot release that information because of the client relationship. He doesn't have permission from his client, who is the homeowner, to release that information. So I'm just curious. I just wonder, maybe I should hit him up and see if give him permission. Or maybe, SF is just going to start dropping little receipts and breadcrumbs. What y'all think? What are y'all thinking? Let's see. It's crazy because I woke up with a ton of new subscribers today. A ton of new subscribers. And that's weird. That's crazy. But all of you guys that did subscribe to my channel, I appreciate you guys. What else do we want to check out? I do want to, hold on. I'm trying to look for some photos to show you guys because there are a few things that I do want to talk about. Let's see. I got to find it first. Let me make a new folder for that. I got to transfer everything from my phone to my PC. So hang out for a second, you guys. 1 second. Let me just play some music in the background. Let me catch up on the chat really quick, you guys. What about a video from the Tesla? It's crazy because I heard that Neo also drives a Tesla. Hold on. Let me see. Where do we go? Where do we go? SF. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Let's check this out because I have a feeling. So this is Jason the Ween. All right, let's see, because it says here, Jason the Ween accidentally pulled a Lucari and leaked his notepad with some strange things written down. Let's see what he has to say.
Yo. Yo, 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 yo.
And for the record, you guys, if you guys don't know, I believe that Neo and Jason the Ween do not get along.
Yo. Hold on, wait.
Folder, strong BBC. Okay. Very odd. That's weird. Why is he pulling that up? What was that about? Jason the Ween is Sakura's ex-boyfriend, not her actual boyfriend. I think they broke up, so they're no longer together.
Yo. Yo, 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 yo.
Oh, dude, that's it? Only
Yo.
Okay, let me see. There's another video that I have. There's one where Neo, let me find it. I gotta find it. I appreciate you, stars. Thank you for that. Let me see. I have a video of, there's a video that I have somewhere of Jason the Ween talking about this. So let me see. For my folks in the chat, if you guys are on the Discords and you guys have it, send it to me, because I can't find it right now. Where it at? Oh, here. But in case you guys missed it, let me show you guys this. Our boy Neo Christopher Langston is a movie star. We mentioned that earlier, right? And he is a movie star because I guess he starred in a movie called Are You Great for Sex? A movie that took place in 2010. And so this is the actual movie. It says, Are You for Great Sex? Is a boundary-pushing, raw, and sophisticated sexual love story told from a uniquely fresh woman's point of view, directed by Cynthia Shung, and based on a true story. The movie wrestles with a central question: what is the meaning of great? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're not going to read all that. No. Anyways, I heard this movie brought in a total of $170 at the box office. So shout out to this movie right here. And if anybody can find this movie, please let me know, because I do want to watch it. Yeah, if in case you guys have missed it, this is the film that his mother produced. This is a film made by his mother. So I don't know. His mom's out there putting in work. Right? Yeah, that's crazy. Neo's gotten on some people's nerves. What else is there? I wanted to show you guys something else. Was there anything else that we're gonna watch? I don't know if I have anything else. Let me see. Storm said, I'm sure it is. I haven't read it. His house is now leveled, and 2 other states were digging up the concrete like 2 years ago. Neo played in this movie. What? Yeah. Yo, it sounds, yeah, this is mom's movie. He's a little boy. Yeah, so this was 16 years ago. If he's 23, he was what, only 7 when this movie came out? So very odd. Very, very odd for him to be out. I wonder what he was doing in this movie. What was he doing? What was his role? Let me see. I was gonna show you guys this really quick. Let me see. Oh, I have a video to show you guys. This is our friend Neo over here. He starred in his own film. He pulled a Eddie Murphy on all of us, you guys. So I want you guys to watch this. Don't judge a book by its race.
Yo, y'all hear that people are trying to say that we look alike?
What you mean?
I mean, like Asians, the population. People say that we all look alike.
I mean, we kind of do look alike.
How the fuck are you gonna say that we look alike? We look nothing alike.
I mean, like, he's not wrong. Most Asians tend to have black hair. Asians also tend to be shorter, and Asians on average have smaller
Whoa,
teeth.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna stop you there.
I'm just saying, Asians on average got a lot of similar stuff.
How are you gonna say that as an Asian, bruh?
Bro, why are you so mad? It doesn't even matter anyways. So what if we all look alike? We don't have anything in common.
Bruh, it does matter. How do you let some people say some racist shit like that?
I mean, we say shit about white people all the time, and that's their...
So Padbo in the chat said, Google says Neo's mom is 60 and the boyfriend is 39. So mom is she likes him young. Probably just like her son.
racist.
I'm just saying.
Shut up, Liam. Go back to whatever games you're doing. Fuck.
You're the one that's freaking out. Go back to making beats or whatever you waste your time on.
What do you mean wasting time? I'm making this shit into a career. You're the one trying to study to become a doctor or whatever.
Actually, a scientist dipshit. I was studying to become a paleontologist.
A
You're wasting your damn time.
paleontologist.
Better than making some trash beats that aren't going anywhere.
Bro, what you talking about? I'm gonna make millions. I'm gonna make beats for like Drake, Travis Scott. Plus, it's better than whatever Liam's doing.
Yeah, Liam, what you playing? Fortnite?
For your information, the thing that I waste my time on, I make thousands of dollars a month on. I'm about to sign with a major esports organization, and I paid for both of your McDonald's meals. Also, Steven, you're the last person to talk about stereotypes. You're the least Asian out of all of us. So shut up before I slap you with my Asian-ass hands.
Ooh. So fighting words, y'all.
Okay, do you guys want Panda Express?
Alright, I'll drive.
Whoops. All right. Let me send these photos over really quick to my PC and then we'll show it. That's crazy, y'all. We got 100 people in the chat. This has never happened, you guys. So it's a good day for me. And I thank all of you guys for just hanging out and spending some time watching this live. Let me go ahead and put these photos in here. And then let's exit out of this. Is it Instagram? Anybody know where that one photo is where David says it's the first day of the tour? Is it his actual Instagram? We're gonna have to look for it. Hold on. D4VDD. Here we go. All right, y'all. Hold on. All right. So these photos were posted on July 31st, right? So we know that where am I at? I'm right here. We know that David left LA, jumped on a tour bus, and left LA on July 29th. And according to, I think I'm going to have to just pull this up, D4VD, Withered Tour dates. We're just going to look at a few of these really quick. Open a new tab. So we know, oh, these are actually updated. So we know that he left on July 29th, right? And, oh no, this is actually old. Before he even went on the very first show on August 5th, we knew that he performed in San Francisco. Let me see. And this was his very first show. So on July 31st, 2025, first show of our tour, we went Hello Kitty on him. Disgusting. My heart is full. Please throw more Labubus on stage. Gross. So here you can see David and Neo. Oh, that video of Asia. Actually, we can play that video too, because we do have it. We do have that video. Here, let's watch that really quick.
I want to go back to streaming so bad. Don't get me wrong. Like,
don't even get me started with this girl.
I actually loved streaming, and I hopefully will come back to like some platforms soon. But the streaming community is so severely toxic right now, and I need people to understand that like there's so much stuff that goes behind the scenes that you guys just do not see. But I digress. You guys will probably find out some of the people I'm talking about very soon, because when you're a bad person,
you guys. So we do know that a couple of days ago, check new comments of Asia Flow about Celeste. Where's that at?
eventually everyone finds out naturally. That's the thing about bad people. They expose themselves. I don't need to do anything. Karma's a bitch.
Karma is a biatch, y'all. All right, here, let me see. Let me just pull up all these photos too, because this is what I want to show you guys. Here. There's this right here, right? So you can see David. Such a weird photo. Sorry, this one right over here. So we see Neo right over here in this photo. See Asia. So we see the trio, right? Let me see. So this photo right here, this photo was taken probably anywhere between the 29th and the 31st. And you can see here that David has a camera right here on his chest. And so I know that that camera is this camera right over here. All right, it's a Kodak camera, Pix Pro. And the reason why I bring this up is because my theory is Neo is the person that moved the Tesla. Now, I'm sure a bunch of you guys have already thought that as well. But I want to tell you guys why I think it was Neo, right? We know that SF Investigate said that the person who moved the Tesla also probably had a key to the house, right? And he did mention before, as some of you guys may remember, that while they were on tour, he remembers being told that he didn't see this, but he remembers being told by the Homeowners Association that there was somebody at that house while David was on tour, right? And how could that be if Neo, if Asia and David were on this tour? Maybe it was Rob. Maybe Rob was on tour with them. But I want to say, I'm assuming that Neo was the person that was home. Now, I just showed you guys this photo, right? This is the camera that he had. And mind you, this is the same camera that has the ability to take a reflective photo, right? And when I say reflective photo, I'm talking about this photo right over here. And I'll show this to you guys as soon as we get here. Where is it at? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Sorry, y'all. I gotta look for it. This photo right over here. This was the same photo that SF Investigate said that he found inside of a camera at the mansion. And so we know that Neo was home, right, before the body was discovered. And we know that because, let me find this person first. Let me find Instagram. We know that he was home because of this person right over here. So Neo was not able to stay on tour with David. He was not able to go to any of the shows that were out of state, right? So the first show out of state was Phoenix, Arizona. Now we know, and I guess the photo that I do have shows him being home before September 3rd. Or sorry, September 4th. So let's show you this right over here. Let's see, when was this posted? Okay, we're gonna have to go back. So we know that David was not, Neo was not on tour with David for that entire leg of the tour because he was home. Neo, in my opinion, was the plug. He was the person that everybody would probably be picking up their stuff from and, you know, enjoying life with it. Is it this one right here? Yeah, it's this one right here. So we can see here, unless it was removed. So we see here, Neo is enjoying life. Now this photo was posted on September 4th. And Celeste's body was discovered on September 8th. So we do know that Neo was home. Now, could it be that Neo was supposed to be the person who was supposed to move the car? Was Neo supposed to move the car before September 8th? Neo definitely could have been the plug. Where's that photo of Neo? That's Viet. And here's Neo. So here is Neo. I want to say this photo places him in Los Angeles before the body was discovered. And this could very well be the person that the homeowners association saw inside of the house at the mansion where the camera was discovered, where this photo was recovered. So I don't know. I think that, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me just give one of these because we just got a $50 donation from Venmo, on Venmo. Wow, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. $50 donation is huge. And Mama Flo just gifted 5 more memberships. Dr. Vanna got one. Hold on, you guys. Somebody wanted to make an appearance. So this is Yoshi, you guys. For anybody that hasn't seen or met Yoshi. Ow. This is my Shiba. And we do have a Yoshi emoji down there. So if y'all want to drop a Yoshi emoji for Yoshi, I want to say well, if you're okay in the chat, I do want to just thank you publicly for the Venmo donation. That was super kind of you. $50 donation is huge. That's a huge donation. and I totally appreciate it. And if you are in the chat and you're okay with me saying, type a 1 in the chat. I just don't want to publicly say your name because obviously Venmo does tell you like who exactly the person was. But that's huge. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh Lord. What's up, buddy? This guy's not gonna let me continue. All right, buddy, go ahead. Come on. There you go. So I'm just saying, I think Neo was a person that was home. He came home before the tour went out of state. That means that he could have had a lot of time to maybe check out some of these, but I think that before Columbus, Ohio, see, they were really far out. Toronto, Boston, Cleveland. There's no way he was out there at any of those shows. So I think before they left to California and headed out to Arizona, or maybe he even went out to Texas, right? I know that he originally was from Texas, but I believe Neo was home. And his dumbass brought the camera back home. He brought this camera back home, brought it back to the mansion, left it there, and that's how SF was able to find it, right? Because, I mean, how else do you explain it? Unless David's got a ton of cameras, but this is a very specific camera, not, and I say that because I'm a videographer on the side too, so I do shoot a lot of shows. I've shot a lot of artists and stuff, and not a lot of cameras can actually do that. Okay, Georgia, thank you so much for your Venmo donation. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shout out to you. Was that loud? I'm sorry, that was loud on my headphones. You're right, David is guilty. I have no idea why it wasn't included, right? But let me pull something up too, because that was a Reddit post. That was actually on Reddit. Let me make sure that I go to the right one, though. There's so many threads out there. Let me see. I'm probably not going to find it, but there was something that mentioned there's a t-shirt that basically had the correct dates on it. Okay, here. Oh, actually, here, I found this video. It's a video of Jason the Ween talking about Neo.
Who's friend? Bro, it's occurred that I talked to him at all, bro. Not since I actually spoke to her and I was telling her, bro, this dude is weird because I had this off-stream interaction with him and he thought like I was trying to press him. Oh my God, this is another story I just never told. Fuck it, I'm gonna just say it. Okay, so that night,
yeah, I find it funny that, you know, now that all of this stuff is going down, that people are turning on each other or the real relationships are coming out. It looks like Jason the Ween never really got along with Neo. Asia is now beefing with Sakura. So this it's being weird right now.
Okay, obviously he was there. All right, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sakura was drunk, and then I was leak. Ah, fuck. Nah, he was low-key like following her on some shit, and then and Sakura was drunk, and I was like trying to move around, talk to mad people. I was with Cutie and Hassan and even Ludwig, I think, that night. I mean, no, Ludwig was not there, but like Valkyrie was there. I was just talking to everybody. Sakura was just having fun and shit. And then I would come back, and Neil would like.
I'm sorry, you guys. This is the loudest that the video actually goes, and I have this video on maximum. What I can do for those of you guys that want to see it is I can drop the link in the chat for you guys. So then that way you guys can see this. Oh my God. Georgia H2J just gifted 10 memberships. Please make sure that if you received a membership, make sure that you thank Georgia in the chat, y'all. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Georgia. Thank you. And for those of you guys that are members, right after the show, I will be dropping the link to our Discord. So if you are a member, you guys want to join, it goes down in the Discord, right? It doesn't get as crazy as David's, right? We do keep it PG sometimes. But yeah, you should join because we definitely have conversations about this case that don't make it to the lives. So that's where it's going to be at, you guys. But yeah, we'll make sure that we post it after. But let's try to finish this video real quick and see what else he has to say.
Like, I don't know.
He's basically saying that Neo's a weirdo.
I guess he was like following Sakura. This is all alleged. Oh, apple juice. Nah. Yeah, apple juice. She was not. Yo, she was on the apple juice. She was on the apple juice. She wasn't actually drunk. She was on the apple juice. This is all alleged and there's a fake story. But yeah. He was following her, and then I went up to him very nicely. I was like, yo, not gonna lie, like, this is my girl, right? I appreciate it if you just, like, backed off. Like, I didn't say those words. No, I definitely said something like that. And I was like, yo, can you chill, bro? Like, this is my girl. Like, you gotta relax. And
Neo,
then,
we'll play that video, too.
Yeah, the night after, he like texted Sakura a long ass paragraph saying like, yo, Jason man moving mad weird. Jason's this, Jason's that. All I said was like, yo, you gotta chill out. Like, you're following Sakura, like trying to be touchy on Sakura and shit while she's drunk and shit. Like, and he's trying to paint me as this guy, a bad person to Sakura. Yo, it was so weird, bro. He was so weird. He was so weird, bro. But yeah, I never liked the dude. So
there you have it, you guys. Jason the Ween never liked the dude. So yeah, I'm gonna show you a few other videos that I do have of people who actually don't get along with Neo. So let's go ahead and play this first one right over here. Well, this one's a good one, but
This is me out of all people. There's like 5 other people you can name that.
this is another streamer by the name of YBG who goes off on Neo the Asian.
Bro, the thing is, wait, hold on. There is like 5 other people I could make. I could say this about, and I could really, you know what I mean? I could really go deep on them. But no, nigga, I feel like picking on you today, bro. I feel like I just don't know, bro. I feel it in my bones, bro. I feel like picking on you today, bro. You just got a bullyable face, my nigga. So, man.
That's okay, Eileen. We appreciate your company here.
I gotta tell niggas, bro. Just say your story, bro. Yo, if you ever gonna do something, just apologize, bro, immediately, or else them niggas gonna get you, bro.
What? I don't want no beef. What? What, Quay? I'm at work, bro.
What, Quay? What, Quay?
What happened, Quay?
I'm not on no time.
What happened, Quay?
What happened, Quay?
I don't want no beef.
Hold on, let him.
Like, come on, what happened, Quay? Quay, what happened?
And as he should, right? David is guilty. Jason don't like people messing with his girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know. It's a different time. It's a different time because if that was me and Neo was trying, I don't know. I would have threw hands though. But I'm old. I
gotta tell niggas, bro. Just
here, that was one. Let's watch this one. Do we watch this one?
That nigga raped this whole fucking projects. He raped the big niggas, the little niggas, the middle-sized niggas. He raped everybody.
So that was YBG putting out a video on Neo IHY. Me explaining to my kids how corny Neo was.
And ain't nobody got nothing to say.
Here's another one right here.
Dude, you're chopped, bro. No, not true. No. I'm not.
And I think that's Neo right here. Sakura's friend Neo threatens Yugi's relationship.
Cool, bro. No, I'm not true. Nate, I'm talking about the guy on the phone.
good friends with Bree, bro. Nah, you good, bro. Nah, you good. You think you funny, bro. No. No, you good, bro. Yeah, nah, you good, man. Yeah.
Bro, I wouldn't talk about you.
No, you good, bro. No,
I wouldn't talk.
Nothing happened? What the fuck happened? Who are they fighting? You keep saying...
Aga.
Wait, what happened, bro?
Stop asking what happened. Just answer straight. Aga.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Was this actually Neo?
Dude, you're chopped, bro. No, not true. No. I'm not.
That's cool, bro.
No, I'm not true. Nate, I'm talking about the guy on the phone.
I'm good friends with Bree, bro. No, you good, bro. No, you good.
I'm guessing Bree is this girl's boyfriend. Sorry, Bree is this dude's girlfriend.
You think you funny, bro? No, you good, bro? Yeah, nah, you good, man. Yeah.
Bro, I wouldn't talk about you.
No, you good, bro? No,
I wouldn't talk.
Nothing happened? What the fuck happened? Who are they fighting?
Strategic did another video. Which one? Of what's his name? The ex-boyfriend. Yeah, I haven't yeah, I know about that as well. Gustavo, the ex-boyfriend that was apparently shot back in 2020, as mentioned by the brother Matt. Let me see. Oh, here's another video. So let me see. Kadisha Land put out a video. So let's see what she has to say.
David.
Let me come over here and share this with y'all. Hold on. Let's see what she's got to say.
Neo the Asian has been arrested. There is a brand new article coming out from TMZ that Neo the Asian has been arrested on failure to appear as a witness. TMZ is saying while David remains in the crosshairs of investigators probing Celeste Rivas' unaliving, one of his friends, a famous streamer, is also in trouble now. David's friend Neo was booked into a Montana jail Thursday on a warrant, according to online records. A rep from the jail where Neo is being housed told TMZ that there was an out-of-jurisdiction warrant from Los Angeles for failure to appear as a witness. He is currently being held without bond. It's interesting because we know there's been a grand jury convened since at least November in the Celeste Rivas unaliving case, and multiple witnesses have already testified. Sources have also told TMZ that David is likely to be charged with her unaliving. It is important to note, even though this is pretty coincidental, TMZ is not sure right now if Neo being arrested was because he was called as a witness to the grand jury that's investigating what happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. But this connection obviously cannot be ignored. This is huge news. And I do 100% agree with TMZ with this. I do believe that it is most likely because he probably didn't appear as a witness to this grand jury. Because we all have to remember,
Hey, look, it's that camera again.
based off little things being dropped, we can assume that the PI, Steve Fisher, testified to the grand jury for Celeste Rivas Hernandez. He also said that he knew the last person that parked David's Tesla before he left.
I'm telling you guys, she's probably just repeating everything that I just told you guys a minute ago.
On tour. I mean, the man said he had video footage of it. And because the way the PI was detailing this person about being in photographs and also on a tour bus with David going to tour after parking this Tesla, we can most likely assume it was probably Neo.
I'm going to show you guys the eats before we embark on our tour adventure.
She's literally just saying everything that we just talked about.
After parking this Tesla, we can most likely assume it was probably Neo.
I'm going to show you guys the eats before we embark on our tour adventure. We got the Bangin' Balls burgers, the Bangin' Balls tender, tour bus vibes, studio in the back because we making music called tour. You know where it's at. You know what it is. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. See y'all in San Francisco. First show on the way. We're gonna get naked on stage.
If Neo was the last person that parked David's Tesla before they left on tour, it would make complete sense on why they would want to bring him in as a witness.
I got it right now.
And
I'll pull
ask
it
him
up.
questions. But then the real question really starts centering around, Well, why wouldn't he not appear
Can y'all hear me
if
just the
you
same?
know you've
All right,
been
cool.
subpoenaed to testify? And it's obviously common sense when you are subpoenaed to testify, you know if you are a no-show,
gotta
you are
show up.
risking going to jail. Everybody knows that. You also have to remember that LAPD has said that they believe that this was not one person that did this to Celeste. They think there were multiple people involved. I've been eyeing Neo for a while now, and I'm not gonna lie, now it's got me eyeballing him that much more. But y'all, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
In the comments. All right, we're gonna check out. We're gonna let me see. Hold on. We're gonna check out one more video. Then I'm gonna show you what Asia mentioned on Reddit. So let me just pull this up really quick. This is from Matt Thibodeau.
So earlier today, I did share how David's friend Neo was taken into custody for failing to appear as a witness in front of the grand jury into Celeste Rivas Hernandez's death investigation. He was actually arrested in Helena, Montana at his mother's house. This is where he was staying. As you can see, these are photos of him being apprehended. There was a lot of law enforcement
She's not the only
personnel
one.
there. He was taken into custody yesterday, January 22nd, 2026, around 6 p.m. and brought to the Lewis and Clark County Jail in Helena, Montana. This morning, he appeared before a Montana judge, and now the process is underway to get him from Montana to California. Some sources are saying that he was already brought back to California. I can't confirm that, but regardless, he's in custody. Now remember, Neo, who was very close to David prior to Celeste's body being found in David's Tesla, has been very quiet. He removed a bunch of photos of him and David from his social media pages. He unfollowed David, and he hasn't said anything other than pretty much this post right here, where he's saying eventually he's going to say something, but he's not going to force himself to say anything because people on the internet assume stuff, blah, blah, blah. He's been trying to distance himself from this case and David publicly the entire time, but it's not going to work. Now, in my last video, I said that there has been stuff that we've looked into about Neo that suggests that he had knowledge of what was going on and may have been a part of it to some degree. One of the main things for me was when the PI stated that he has footage of the person parking the Tesla that Celeste's body was in the spot that it was ultimately towed away from, and that person was wearing a distinct outfit. I think he said a distinct top that they were also seen wearing the night prior. And Neo right here the night prior was wearing a bright red shirt. Given the fact that we now know that Neo is not being cooperative when it comes to this investigation, just like David is reportedly not being cooperative when it comes to this investigation, it raises red flags. And I think that it kind of low-key confirms what we've all been thinking this entire time, that the two of them know way more than they're letting on. This right here is just the start, you guys. I'm not sure why he's smiling, but he's definitely not going to be smiling for very long. Hey guys, so earlier
All right, that was Matt Thibodeau. Shout out to Matt Thibodeau, Kadisha Lynn for doing what they do. Now let me show you, because it was brought to my attention. Shout out to Leonardo and Stars. That made me aware that Asia has mentioned something on Reddit. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up right over here. So it says here, from the David 2 community on Reddit, Deja says, speak out on what you know. This is a little girl's life that was taken. Let me just make sure I turn this off really quick. And it says, I understand how the public feels, but as of right now, to respect this investigation and Celeste Rivas's life, I have said multiple times I will speak about this when I am able to. So it looks like, was this today? Somebody in the chat, can you guys confirm that this was today? That's crazy. She's look, your girl Asia is free right now, right? I think she's already said a lot, and because she's already testified, she knows damn well that she can't say anything publicly. But she can, she can go on Twitch. And we do know now that she is now beefing with Sakura. So here, let's take a look at this. We watched this the other night. Sakura on David's D4VD. No, it's David on Sakura's stream, huh? On Sakura's stream. All right. So somebody in the chat said that if you rewatch this video, it really looks as if Sakura acts like she doesn't know David well or is really shy. So I'm wondering what you guys think about this. Hold on, let me make sure. I'm gonna turn off our chat so we can watch this really quick. Oops. All right, we're probably gonna watch this and then afterwards we're gonna call it a day. So here, you guys, let's watch this one last time and see if we can pick anything up from this video after watching it. Again, this is Sakura, the ex-girlfriend of Jason the Ween. Here she is in the bathroom, probably eating some Chipotle tacos. But she's definitely in the bathroom eating.
Did you guys know that me and David are actually related?
My second cousin.
Yeah.
Me and Asia were like the same.
It's funny that Asia would joke about that, right?
Functions like we go on road trips, like she's in the backseat type.
Low key,
Backseat.
I'll be there too, bro.
Wait, Padbo, you said Asia's been a busy bee on her new TikTok again. So is her TikTok up? Does she got a new TikTok? Yeah, stars. It's been a long day, I'm telling you. Since earlier this morning when this dropped, it was nonstop making sure that we pushed this story out to every single creator. And guess what, you guys? We did it, right? There's a small group of people that I work with behind the scenes that I talk to, and you know, we're doing everything that we can to make sure that we keep her name alive. You know, if that's us telling another creator that some news has come out, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure that you know, these larger creators, these people who have larger channels than mine, because I'm a micro live streamer. I'm not gonna say influencer, right? But I'm a micro streamer, and if there's something that we can do to get this case going, get the show on the road, then we're gonna do that.
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see her driving too. I was like, there's no driving there.
Are you done?
Yeah.
He was a fairy. Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks. He was a fairy.
I have to take one piss before we leave.
Yeah.
Is that
David?
No.
No.
Who's that?
Let me know when I call her.
What was that reaction?
No.
Let me call her.
Oh, dude, it's so
I want
tragic.
you to go under like an alias and make a whole different like genre of music to see if you can blow up again.
I'll be a rapper.
Freaking.
Your rapper name? Big D. Big D's good. That's what I say. Big D.
And the song that he's singing is a song that Bryant Barnes and David did a collab on, in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah.
Do you like it or not?
You.
Like it or not?
Why is Keanu Reeves singing?
Yes.
Absolutely 100%.
I can't. Well, I can try. You know, oil farming low key? Am I?
I got water. Got a gallon of water.
And here's David, you know, in the possession of alcohol at the age of 20. It's nothing, right? Nothing.
Got a lot of water. So much water. There's water. We fill it up with water. Fill it up with water.
Okay.
Those are mine. By the way. No, wait, so that's.
You don't want to take what's up?
That's water, guys. It's water. What is this?
My people. Can you put that in the bag?
You got drugs?
Oh, wait, I actually have my pills here.
Can you put this in the bag too?
Right, Incognito? I don't know a thing these, whoever it is, are up to. For reals, right? What the hell are these kids doing? Here we go. So here, there's a theory going out that they're talking about drugs.
Let's see, don't mind. I was here.
Can you put that in the bag?
So she's got Dayquil that she just gave to Neo, the plug, right?
What is this?
My people. Can you put that in the bag?
You got drugs?
Oh, wait, I actually have my pills here.
Can you put this in the bag too?
Let's see, don't mind. I have a lot of pills.
Can you put?
How's his nails in the bag?
Fuck you, bro. I'm looking at your packing, bro. Go fuck yourself. I don't even get paid, guys. I'm not even getting paid for this bullshit, bro. Fuck this, bro. Fuck all y'all, dead ass.
Oh. Hey, and shout out to Mama Jax for a $5 super chat. I appreciate you, Mama Jax.
Now, do we make up? Yeah. ABC. Oh, yes,
Hey,
sir. I
exposure?
apologize in advance for the way my bathroom smelled. I took a shit in there like 2 hours ago.
I don't care. I just took a shit in
Another one? Type shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. I had to go.
Guilty. 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 Guilty.
Look at my wall.
You're still not dressed, Waffle says. Hey, guys, we're about to leave soon.
Everybody is dressed.
We're all chilling, bro. We gotta go.
There's no light.
We got it.
This is just a weird, pointless stream. I still have no idea why they're doing this.
Go! We gotta go.
Okay, ready to go?
Asia slaying with that belly button ring. Hey!
Hey, one pony away.
Are you just rocking that?
Unfortunately, they did get infected.
Your problem with that?
Are you not rocking anything over it?
Belly button watcher?
Probably.
He's a belly button watcher. That's crazy.
We're so glad that you healed up, though.
You might need to put it on once we get there. Like maybe after, because I thought
How far is the face?
maybe.
Alice?
Oh wait, but I think
Not
you just
too
need to
far.
plug it in first.
No, come in. Do you have to show your face? Do you have to show your face? Do you have to show your face? Is this too much? Is that, okay, you saw Glitz, is that too much for a face party? 4th of July like that?
I say, never too much. Never too much. Rockstar, never too much. Never too much. Too much.
Oh, Miss Dizzle, you mean for that. Why does she look like she got a diaper on? Ooh. Why she got a diaper on? You know what? I forgot that there were these 2 sounds that I wanted to play, these 2 little sound effects that I wanted to play, and I didn't do it all day. I'm going to do it right before we go, though.
They said no.
Okay, thank you guys.
Never too much. I'm about to pop my titties too. Swamp is on. Once we get there, I'm pop my titties.
And so for anybody who's watching this video right now and has no idea who this is Neo. David, the 2 girls was Sakura and then Asia. They're getting ready for a 4th of July party at the FaZe Clan house. Yeah, they're gonna go party 4th of July.
But a bitch ain't one.
Oh, that said you fine. Oh.
That's my dad's favorite song.
For free? David will do a lot for free.
I do a
bro.
lot for free too.
Why you grabbing my shoulder when you say that?
Yeah.
Do a lot for free.
What?
You want me to do it?
What is it?
Looking sexy?
Oh. I mean, hey, we should bring that girl from last night. Yo. Cool. Alright, bro, I gotta either shave again or let the goatee grow back out because I'm looking kind of crazy right now, son. I don't like the way I look right now. I look crazy. Oh, sorry.
That was Asia. I mean, that was Celeste Herrera.
Look at that sexy boy right there.
Look at that sexy girl right here.
Look at that sexy man right there.
Twin them, bro.
Sexy man right there.
I'm David's one and only Asian, bro. No one
He
else.
said
just me and David.
He's David's
I'm
one
the
and only Gasian. Y'all hear that? Y'all heard that, right?
For him.
Get the Cardi boys on time.
Oh, you squished my.
Oh, we're okay. We're okay.
I'm good.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Anybody want a PS5? We're giving away a PS5 on Secure Stream. We're giving away a PS5. Anybody want a PS5? We're giving away a PS5 on Secure Stream.
It's mine.
So all you gotta do is like, follow, subscribe, and sub for 3 months to give 25 subs. You get a PS5.
Damn.
Guys, look at let's peep this candle right here. Look at this fucking candle, bro. Look at this fucking. What are we doing, bro? Hold up. Can I flip this
Neo knows something that we don't.
screen here? Is there anything leaking? Okay.
He said what? He said what?
Hold up. Can I flip the screen here? Is there anything leaking? Okay.
Just don't dox me though.
I'm doxing you. Where the
Felicia.
address is 420 Street.
Hi, Felicia.
69420 Street. Apartment number 6969.
Are you ready?
Are you looking the address?
I mean.
Yeah.
When we get in the car, just cover the camera though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cover the camera. That's crazy, right? Because this is 4th of July. And I'm assuming that David was the one who drove around everywhere. And so if these people were in David's car on 4th of July, there is a very, very high possibility that Celeste was in that trunk already. That is fucking crazy. If they were in the same car in that black Tesla on the 4th of July going to the FaZe Clan party, David drove his Tesla all the way to that party. And I bet you anything Celeste was in that trunk already. That's wild.
You good? Bro, go forward. Yeah, of course. You guys don't get stolen again? Probably.
Be careful.
That's wild. Wild, wild, wild. I was going to show you some photos that I have of David at the club drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, but I can't find that right now. There's way too much going on. How do we know they didn't put her body in the red Tesla as well? Alien Baby said. You know what? We have no idea. How arrogant is he? I'd say it's a possibility, right? I mean, for all we know, I mean, there's theories, right, about when she died. I'm sticking to my guns about January. I could be wrong, but if there is any proof of life of Celeste after January 2nd, I want to see it. There's absolutely nothing that we have that shows that she's alive after that. Now, again, we don't know if LAPD has any additional resources. I'm sure they do, but I don't think that they have any photos of Celeste after that date. It's so crazy for him to allegedly take her life. Like, what was he gonna do with her, right? If she died in January, what was the plan? Mama Flo said, David, they're coming for you next. Well, Mama Flo, you got Neo's arrest for your birthday, so maybe I could get a David arrest on mine. And my birthday's not too far from here. It's only at what? Or probably about 3 weeks out. So, cross our fingers. We do have some witnesses testifying in February. Who knows what's going to happen until then? Maybe after they get Neo's testimony, they'll have enough to indict David on charges. He's probably one of the last ones to testify, to be honest with you. I don't know. Let's see. Let me go ahead and give everybody a shout out that helped support the channel today. Let me do this really quick because we got a long wall today. Didi Fuentes just joined the inner circle. Kimberly Bridges with her $4.99 super chat. I love supporters. You're all either streamers. I'm sure you are great to have. Mad respect. Tattooed Artist just became a member of the inner circle. Jazzy Jess sent 1 membership. Jazzy Jess also sent a $3 super sticker. Lupita just joined the inner circle. Snake 00 joined the inner circle as well. Mama Flo sent out 5 gifted memberships. Bernice King sent a $10 super chat. Obsidian sent $6.99 super sticker. Oh my lord, you guys, this is a crazy day today. Tammy with her $2.99 super sticker. Last Rona with the $10 super chat. Said we're not doing it for the money, doing it for the money. Foster the people. U.S. Marshals, yes. Coco's mom with a $10 super chat. Have a wonderful live, everyone. Please be safe. Mama Flo gifted another 5 memberships. Dang, Mama Flo. Lupita sent a $4.99 super chat. Okay, Mama Flo just gifted memberships today. Georgia sent 10 gifted memberships, and then Mama Jax sent a $5 super chat as well. I'm feeling a little generous today, so I'm going to go ahead and gift 10 memberships too. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Do me a favor, you guys. After this, I am going to post the link to our Discord chat, and I do hope that you guys will consider becoming a member. If you guys did receive a membership, don't thank me. Thank Mama Flo. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, dogs. Cats here. Healing with sound. Okay. A lot of these people are active in the chat. Megan, Kalohi, Tea with Tambo, Cass, Rain, and a banana. Hey, Cats here. You just got gifted a membership. All right, you guys. That is going to be it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to everybody that supported the channel today. Happy birthday, Mama Flo. I do appreciate everything that you've done for me. She's my number one fan, you guys. So you gotta support Mama Flo. That's gonna be it for me, you guys. Thank you so much. I do hope that all of you guys do come back around next time I'm doing a live. Make sure that you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I think right now Mark the Shark is live. So I'm gonna make my way over there, and I want to see you guys all there. And when you guys go there, make sure you let them know that Flojoe sent you guys, okay? Do me a favor. Hold on. Don't go yet. Don't go, because I'm going to put his link in the chat. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get the link to his live really quick.
What's doing?
I will see you guys there. So go there, show some support. Let them know that Flojoe sent you guys. All right, take care, you guys. I will see you guys later, and we are out. Peace.